Hi, Zennies. Welcome to installment 2 of Letting Your Light Shine Through. So, today I want to continue the conversation about letting your personal best come through. And with survivors of trauma, it's important to be able to allow your true self to shine through by recognizing that you're a champion and by recognizing what you've come through. But what I hear most often from clients that have significant trauma is that they go through spurts. They go through great spurts of success, resilience, and determination, only to be followed by tough times of self doubt, self loathing, and feeling as if they're losing the momentum that they've gained. And so I've broken these down into two distinct categories: the prime self and the unprimed self. The prime self is that person that you are when you're feeling your very best in life. Life is good. You're doing great personally, professionally, socially, everything's in alignment. During these times, this is when you can make your most significant strides in life. Take advantage of times of being in the prime self because you feel as if you can take on the world. And so plan accordingly. Make bold career moves and take risk in your personal life and relationships during times of the prime self. Now, the self of prime and unprime go in cycles. So, for instance, determine by reflecting upon your life whether your prime self cycle runs in years of 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years, as those are the most common time frames. Think about when you purchased your home or got that big promotion or fell in love. Those were probably years of the prime self. And things are great. But like most things, life has a way of throwing curveballs your way. And during those times, most people succumb to the unprimed self, the less disciplined, less positive, less outgoing, less curious version of themselves. And we can become overwrought with worry, overwrought with anxiety and intrusive thoughts, illogical thoughts and behaviors. And these are times when people find that they may see a dip in their credit score, they may see a dip in their social lives, relationships end, or they go out less and find themselves isolating more. So it's important to start to recognize when the unprime is starting to surface within a prime time in your life. Now, it's important to remember that just because something negative or hard happens, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're about to enter an unprimed cycle. But when we allow ourselves to succumb to the anxiety and the intrusive thoughts that can come over and over again, we can actually end up making ourselves go into the unprimed self. And so you may ask, how do I avoid this? Well, you avoid it by planning for the tough cycle. Life is good, but as I've said many times before, life is life. And in life, we'll have our ups and downs. And during those times of ups and downs, it's important to learn how to navigate it. Learn how to navigate the tough terrain, the rough waves, and the rocky roads. And so by doing so, you can place behaviors within your life that you will not let go of, regardless of being in a prime or unprime phase. For example, paying your bills on time. This is something that you should do regardless of what's going on in life. You may have a sick spouse, sick parent, sick child, or you may even be ill yourself. Ask for help if you need to, but continue to pay your bills on time to create stability and to leverage security for yourself in your life. You are worth it. You deserve it. Also, keep a regimen of physical activity. During those prime years, you may get up every day and run 6 miles, 3 miles, whatever. But during the unprime times, at least get up and go for a walk. Don't just resign yourself over to lethargy and fatigue. You are worth more. You deserve the very best that life has to offer, but you have to be willing to give it to yourself. Now, I've talked before about independence fatigue syndrome, and trauma survivors are prone to that. And because of that, you could often end up feeling like, I'm just too tired, I've done too much for too long, I don't want to have to do anything. But that is when you have to continue on. You have to continue on because you have to remember that resilient person that you are. You have to remember your truth, the truth that you have written and defined for yourself, not the negative narrative left over from your significant trauma. The story that trauma tells us about ourselves is fiction. It's never true. So anytime that story, that fictitious, negative lie of a story starts to come up, press the pause button, hit reset, and start over. Pick up your pen and begin writing again. Don't let trauma write your life story because there's so much more to you than that. Remember, you are a survivor, and you can let your life shine. You can let all good things come to you. Thanks for joining me for Lessons with Lola. Callie and I thank you very much. And join us again next time. Okay, Zennies. Bye.